Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello students, I am Sobia Ravel from Peshawar Model School, Nowshera campus. Students, this is your lecture number 1 for class 10th, and we are going to start our new unit, that is unit number 11, homeostasis. So before starting, do subscribe my channel and let's begin. So students, before starting homeostasis, let me tell you that what is the meaning of homeostasis. Homeo means internal and stasis means to balance. Now this is the balance of the internal body environment. Now according to the definition, the ability to maintain the internal environment of an organism's body constant is called homeostasis. How to keep the internal body environment constant, that is the homeostasis. Each and every organism keeps its internal body environment constant, and that is the homeostasis. What is internal environment? Internal environment involves the water present inside the body, the solutes. What are the solutes? These are the ions like the calcium, potassium, sodium, etc. and the temperature of the body. Now you know that normal body's temperature is 37 degrees centigrade or 98 degree Fahrenheit. So to keep the body temperature constant, that is homeostasis, and the internal body temperature constant, that involves the homeostasis. Now in homeostasis there are three main processes involved. One is osmoregulation, second is excretion, and the third one is thermoregulation. What is osmoregulation? Osmoregulation is the maintenance of the water balance in the body. How to maintain the water inside the body at a balance, that is osmoregulation. Now this we will go to the first topic, that is osmoregulation in plants. Now on the basis of osmoregulation in plants or the availability of the water, there are four groups involved. These are mesophytes, hydrophytes, and xerophytes and halophytes. First one is mesophytes. Now meso means medium at a balanced level, and phytes are plants. How mesophytes keep their body temperature constant? They have a sufficient quantity of water. Now inside the body of the plants in mesophytes, they have a fixed balanced state of water. How they do this? They have roots by means of which they absorb their water. Now these mesophytes, they are simple terrestrial plants, like the simple land plants. They are the mesophytes, and their body is covered by a thick cuticle. Now why their body is covered by a thick cuticle? To maintain the level, so that not the excess water goes out of the body, and not the outside environment they affect the internal temperature. Next is hydrophytes. Hydro is water and phytes are plants. So in hydrophytes, these are simple freshwater plants. They live in ponds, rivers, streams, etc. Now they have a large number of stomata. Why they have a large number of stomata? As they live in water, so they need to keep the level at a constant state, and if excess water come inside the body, so it must also leave the body. And how they do this? They have a lot of stomata on their body, and they remove this excess water by means of stomata. You can take the example of lily, that is a hydrophyte. Next is xerophytes. Xero, as the name indicates, that is dry, and phytes are plants. These are simple desert plants. They have deep roots. Why the deep roots? So that they can take excess water from the soil. They have thick cuticles so that the external environment, the dry environment, do not affect them, and they have thick juicy succulent organs. What are the succulent organs? These are the juicy organs, so that there is more water inside the body and they do not affect the internal environment. Simple desert plants are included in xerophytes. Next is halophytes. Halo is salt, so as the name indicates, these are salt plants, and phytes are plants. These halophytes, they have less salt concentration inside the body, and there is more salt outside. What are salt? Like the sodium and potassium ions, etc. Now water tries to move out of the body. There is more water inside the body, and there is more salt outside the body. So the salt from the outside come inside the body, and the excess water goes out of the plant's body. Absorbs salts from outside by active transport. Active transport, there is an active transport, active passage of water and salts outside and inside. Simple sea grasses, sea plants, these are included in xerophytes. Now students, the next topic is excretion in plants. Why plants need to excrete and what are the products that plants need to excrete? They are excess carbon dioxide, water and oxygen. Now, how plants do this? They do this by means of transpiration. What is transpiration? Transpiration is the loss of water, excess water, in the form of vapors. Now, when plants they excrete excess water, that is transpiration. There are three types included in it. One is stomatal, next is cuticular, and next is lenticular. Stomatal by means of stomata, which are present on the surface of the leaves. Cuticular by means of thick cuticle, which is also present on the stems and leaves. And lenticular, lenticles, which are present in plants, and so excess water, carbon dioxide and oxygen, they get excreted by these things. The next process by which plants excrete is guttation. Guttation is a process which occurs at night in plants. There are small pores sometimes present at the tips of the leaves. So those plants which do guttation, they excrete the excess water in the form of small droplets of water. So this occurs at night and the excess water that is excreted in the form of small droplets.